Well, we're at garden 2. Bongo's not happy with me. I didn't bring him along. This little raised bed, I've got beets in it. Detroit red. They're starting to come up. You can see little spots. There's weeds there, but takes a little bit of it. Step across. My onions. I don't have any big onions this year. I planted big onions every year from seed. Last fall I planted my onions. I think I might even made a video about planting them. We kept getting storms last year. Bad winds, storms, tornadoes. I mean, it's been a hard fall and spring. Every time the wind got up and it rained right hard, it beat them onions up. They were small. I put them out in October. By December, they was just demolished. They wasn't just a few left. It beat them down, broke them off, piled stuff on top of them. It jerked the plastic up off the ground, weights and all, and slammed it down on them. I go back with onion bulbs. Yeah, they need weeding, but they're about to finish up. You can see they're starting to lay down. Not no bad size onions. There's some good ones in here. It's not like the ones you grow from seed. They'll still eat the same. It's just nice to have, good size onions. Them ain't bad. Tennis ball size ain't bad onion. Time they finish out, it ought to be close. Never mind. I'll talk about that later. This is 2 rolls of Tennessee Mountaineer Runner beans, I think. Mountaineer Half Runner, what they're called. I chose these on purpose. He said, why don't you grow a full pole bean? The Mountain Runner, however they say it, is heat tolerant. Got a very good heat resistance. Even when it gets kind of in a drought position, I can still get growth, still get hopefully beans. But you can see we got a drip line laying there. We're not going to hit drought conditions unless I can't afford to pump water. I've got 2 rolls, 30-something foot long. They will fill this trellis up. It'll be completely full and wrapped over the top, even though they're half runners. They'll still get 7-8 feet tall and they'll touch in the middle. It's always fun to walk through the beans. Well, we're off to the garden number 3. Well, here's the start of garden number 3. We still got the broccoli and cauliflower growing. They're starting to make heads. Not as fast as the ones in my garden at the house, because mine was put out earlier. This is 3 rolls of contender bush beans. They're budding. There's a few small beans in there already. We're getting close. Getting some fresh beans. You remember the potato planting if you watch my videos. These first 3 rows was in 3rd week of March. I'd have to look at the date. They're starting to get yellow looking. They're starting to die back. Now the tall stalky stuff, that is mustard greens. I turned them under in the spring. Yeah, they seeded back out and come right back up. I haven't cut them. I mean, not really hurting anything. They don't have that deep of a root. I broke the tops out and pitched them down, but every time I do, it seems like more jumps back up. Something I got to do. No big deal. Now these 3 rolls, roughly 1, 2, and 3. Well, these 6 rolls basically was planted at the same time. These goes to here, I believe, was planted pretty well together. That was the 1st of April. They're looking really good. Some of them's bloomed, some of them's didn't make it. Some of them done all right. There's always a mix. I think this was the second week of April, or I'd have to look the dates up, but they're almost 2 weeks apart anyway. I won't say that was right at the 1st of April. These was almost 2 weeks in. Different potato. I believe these was the Yukon Golds. I don't know. It's been too long. Which ones I planted? They might be the reds since they're blooming so much. Who knows? I've slept since then. They're potatoes anyway. They're all white potatoes. Or as my grandparents said, arch potatoes. This is sweet potatoes. No, you can't really tell. They're in there. The weeds has really took over since the sun got hot and we have these pop-up hard rains, which we could really use another one before this one dries. We're a little behind on the water. There's the second row of sweet potatoes. Mustard greens are trying to take it over. That's one bad thing about growing mustard greens for ground cover. They're hard to get rid of. Got 6 rows of sweet corn. This is bodacious. I had a half a bag left and I planted mine at the house, so I came over here and planted the rest of the bag. And it made about 6 rows. I think I saved a few seeds just in case I need to replant, which I did. One of those really hard downpours we was talking about washed them out. Washed about 1/3 of them out. I replanted and straightened them up. And they're a lot better. I might actually get some decent corn out of this. I can keep working it, fertilize it, and keep it from being washed. This garden is on a slope. Most land in Middle Tennessee is slope one way or the other unless it's had a piece of equipment on it. There's not much flat ground. This is sorghum. Supposed to be in 4 rows. There again, got washed. It all washed out of the rows and made a mess, and I'm slowly but surely digging up the strays and the extras and putting them back in the rows. You can see row 3 there's got water where I wet them. I worked on it last night trying to build row 3 back, because row 3 wound up down here and over here and over there. Row 4 is still gone. I hadn't got it built back yet. There's lots of strays and there's lots of extras, so I'll go through and pick out the extras and dig up the strays and transplant them. We'll get our rows going. This half row is some sorghum I planted as a test to make sure my seed was good. And I thought my seed was bad because this is all I got out of about 100 seeds. And I kept replanting until my seed stock got kind of low. And I realized it was the dirt and it wasn't the seed. Because I started having problems with other plants. Other seedlings wouldn't come up, or they'd just die off after you think they was doing good. Roll of peanuts. They're the Virginia jumbo or peanuts. I think I said that right. Can't really see it. There's a bloom right there. There's a few right here. Them are pinkeye purple whole peas. We've got 2 rows. I'm the only one that eats them, so I didn't plant a lot. That'll produce way more than I need. Of course, we got some odd and end flowers at the end. We're trying to get them built up. Keep the bees coming in. That's the end of the garden tours. I guess we only have 3 this year. This is the biggest garden. It's long. I'll give you a view down through it. It's over 100 feet long. We hope to raise a lot of food and hope to put a lot up. Plus we want to share. We always grow enough to eat, enough to store, and enough to share. Hope y'all enjoyed the tour. Like and subscribe if you ain't subscribed. Y'all have a good week.